Hello, and welcome to the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center's 2019 annual meeting and Keeper of the Dream presentation. My name is Heather Holstrout, and I am the proud executive director of the MLK. Like everything in our lives, this year's annual meeting is very different. We're holding the event virtually for the first time, and I'm speaking to you from my office with the door shut, which is why I don't have a mask on. Let me set the expectations for tonight. To minimize distractions and to move the program along efficiently, we're using a webinar format, so all of you in the audience can see the speakers, but you can't see each other. We know that you're all out there, and we're grateful that you've joined us tonight. We'll join everyone together at the end of the meeting to raise a toast and say hello. At that time, your cameras will go live and we will all be able to see one another. We'll let you know when we're ready to do that, so be ready for your close-up. We have a packed agenda, but we'll move along quickly. Tonight, we'll share a video and news about our programs, our finances, changes on our board, and present our Keeper of the Dream awards. We value your time, and we will finish in an hour or less, I promise. Finally, you will receive our 2019 annual report via email after the meeting. This has been an unprecedented year for the MLK Center. The MLK's work during the pandemic has been beyond anything we could have ever imagined. We began seeing new clients needing food assistance 3 days after the initial business closures back in March. We had to close the education programs and the food pantry and dismiss volunteers. We quickly adapted and we put all the staff into emergency bagged food distribution without skipping a single beat. In the middle of this pandemic, we launched our newest program, Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, presented by the Bizarski Family Foundation. I don't have the words to properly thank our team of staff, volunteers, and donors for being there through these very difficult days to bring hope and help to thousands in the community who need us now more than ever before. But the focus of tonight's meeting is sharing the great news about the center's work in 2019 and honoring an amazing group of people. We're also announcing important changes from our dedicated board volunteers. It's a lot, but I promise we'll get to it quickly. So let's get started. To set the stage, I want to show you a video about how together we build a stronger Newport County. We had planned to show this video at this year's Swing into Spring fundraiser, which unfortunately was canceled. So all of you are seeing the premiere of it tonight. I hope you enjoy. Here at the MLK Center, we try to wrap around families and provide them with the supports that they need in order to be the best family that they can be. And some of our education families are also people that use the food pantry, participate in Live Fit classes. So all of those things we believe make the family stronger, which in turn makes our entire community stronger.
I think we've really refined and expanded on our programs. If you look at our hunger services as a continuum, we have our community dinners, which are for some of the most vulnerable people who are often homeless in our community. And if you look all the way up through the terrestrial pantry, where people can come to the food pantry, we've refined and found ways to offer more help. Most importantly right now is the new mobile food pantry, which is going to neighborhoods where folks who would normally use the pantry can't get to us because of virtue of work commitments or family commitments.
Le encanta. Él le gusta que yo venga a la clase de cocina. Él le gusta todo lo que cocinamos porque todo es nutritivo. Nos enseñan cómo comer bien. Me siento muy confiada, muy confiada porque aquí ellos están pendientes a todo lo que hacen los niños. Ellos, cualquier cosita que si se cae o si llega como enfermo o algo, rapidito llaman. Están bien pendientes a él. Mira, le pasó esto, no le pasó, o quiere estar down hoy o no está down. Y vamos a intentarlo. Y cuando hablé con una maestra aquí, ella me trató muy bien. Y él viene para acá.
The MLK summer camp, to me, is a dream come true for children. Happy days, the beach, sailing, tennis, and those are all the things that we're able to provide to the children at the MLK Center. Those children deserve the same opportunities as all other children in our community. One of the other things that's really unique about the MLK's summer camp is that science, math, and reading are at the main focus of the program, but the children are having fun while they're doing it and don't realize that they're actually excelling and going back to school in September ahead of where they were.
Deben de donar porque es beneficioso para los niños, para las personas mayores de la tercera edad, y para las personas que necesitan que donen, porque es muy beneficioso para ellos. El trato que me dieron cuando yo llegué fue excelente. Yo creía que eran familia mía, porque me trataban muy bien. Estoy muy agradecida. ¡Oh, voy a llorar!
One of the things that's most important about the MLK Community Center is how we really live by that community that's in our middle name. It's really what we truly live by. Many of the people who are our staff live right here in this community. Our volunteers live in this community. We are a place where those in Newport County come to connect. We've been that resource for almost 100 years, and to our next century, we'll continue to do that and be responsive to what the community needs and when the community needs it.
The MLK Center has been in Newport County for 98 years, and in 2019, we served more people than we ever have in the history of the center. We need your help now more than ever in order to continue making Newport County a better place for all.
Good grammar and spelling are important.
I'm so proud of that video, and I hope you understand why after seeing it. Now that we have some context, what a difference a year makes. Remember in 2019, when a gas outage in the middle of winter seemed like the worst thing we could ever imagine. I think that adapting is embedded in the MLK's DNA. We pivot when we have to, and we persevere. Here are some highlights from 2019. Our client numbers continue to grow. 4,351 people were served by the MLK in 2019, which is 18% more than 2018. A quarter of our clients are seniors and 33% are kids under the age of 18. We continue to serve the most vulnerable people in our community. 74% are from Newport, but we're seeing significant upticks in clients from Middletown, Tiverton, Portsmouth, and Jamestown. Newport County is an increasingly expensive place to live. Housing Works Rhode Island notes in 2019 that $62,880 in annual income was needed to afford a two-bedroom apartment. I want to repeat that. In 2019, $62,880 in annual income was needed to afford a two-bedroom apartment in Newport. We're very concerned about what this year's spike in real estate sales will mean for low-income people working who fill retail and hospitality jobs. We've seen a dramatic increase in immigrants from Central and South America. Rhode Island Kids Count reports that 14% of Newport students are English language learners, compared to 10% in Rhode Island as a whole. These clients are among the most at-risk people that we serve. Our mobile food pantry really took off in 2019, literally. With the addition of our new refrigerated vehicle and site visits across 5 municipalities in the county. Last year, we quadrupled the amount of visits made over 2018. Bringing the pantry to client neighborhoods caused a drop in clients using the on-site food pantry at the center, but it also allowed for offering of healthy foods like fresh produce, milk, and eggs year-round in both our on-site and mobile pantries. The transportation barrier that has been an issue for so long for so many of our clients in the past has been removed thanks to this innovative program. Child care subsidies for working families continue to decline, while many low-wage jobs hold employees to hours just below the threshold needed to qualify. Our scholarships are more important than ever, so kids can benefit from our preschool, after-school, and summer camp programs. We awarded $33,000 in scholarships last year. That is a 173% increase over 2018. This impact happened because of generous institutional and public support, and because our board provides the guidance and oversight to keep us laser focused on our mission. Tonight, we're saying goodbye to 3 very, very special trustees who are rotating off the board. The first is Rose Hyder. Rose joined the MLK board in 2014. She was vice president in 2016 and became president in 2017. Under her leadership, the center has grown every year. She has been an incredible partner to me personally, a sounding board when I needed it, and a tireless champion for the center. No matter what we asked, Rose was always there. We're a better nonprofit because she led our board. Rose, thank you so much. Matt Gray is another board member who left us this year. He joined the board in 2016 and served as vice president in 2017. He is a lifelong local and an entrepreneur leading 2 businesses, Gray Matter Marketing and Ragged Island Brewing Company. Matt brought a deep commitment to the center and very important perspective to the board, and his beer's pretty great too. To you, Matt, I am truly, truly grateful. Judy Hall joined the board in 2017. Her many years as a preschool teacher informed in her passionate advocacy for our education programs. She officially resigned from the board in January 2020 for a really good reason. I was delighted to hire her as the coordinator of our new Imagination Library book gifting program. Judy, for all that you do for the children in this community, thank you so much. Today, I delivered special thank you gifts to Rose, Matt, and Judy. We presented them with tote bags that were designed by the older students in our after-school program. The fruits and vegetables the students used to create their still lifes came directly from our food pantry and are imprinted on the bags. They represent the increasing array of fresh produce available to our clients, as well as the kids' knowledge of the makerspace tools and technology to design stencils, and the wide variety of veggies they worked with and tried throughout this school year during our Make Your Life program. We've also presented them with a leather keychain embossed with the MLK logo, which was handcrafted by our own Ed Crowley, the center's food pantry coordinator. Thank you so much, Rose, Matt, and Judy. Rose, as your final act as president, would you please share the other board and financial news with us?
Absolutely. Thank you, Heather. And I have to show because I love it. This is the bag, everybody. So cute. Love it, love it, love it. And Ed, you're super talented. This is the keychain. I will use it. And I can't believe you made this. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I just want to take a second and thank you for your kind words, Heather. I've been incredibly honored to serve on the board for the past 6 years and as board president for the last 3. It's certainly been a rewarding experience for me and one that I will miss a great deal. I can't even talk, and everybody knows I can talk. So anyway, if anyone has ever thought about giving back to the community, being on the board of the MLK and having the opportunity to serve on the executive team is a wonderful way to do that. So I would highly and strongly recommend that to anybody to step up. I feel like we've accomplished great things in the past 6 years, and I truly, truly look forward to seeing all the great things the MLK will continue to do in the years ahead. So with that said, I'm happy to announce the incoming executive officer slate: Whitney Slade, president; Rebecca LeBlanc, interim vice president; John Rock and Kim Bullock, co-secretaries; and John Burke, treasurer. Congratulations to you all and welcome. And now I'm actually proud to report on the state of the center's finances because the MLK's finances are strong and stable. Net assets continue to grow and reached $2,981,479 at the close of 2019. That is absolutely incredible. It's important to note that the center's support mirrors our name. The MLK doesn't rely on municipal, state, or federal funding sources, but instead relies on people like you, our community. And what many of you may not know is that the government support is only 2.8% of our total public support. Individual support more than tripled. Strong and kind support in the form of donated food and other pantry items allowed us to allocate funds to purchase high demand items not available from the Rhode Island Community Food Bank or regularly donated. Increased support meant we could spend more on our programs, and that we did. We spent 11% more in direct program expenses last year alone, and the board worked really hard to improve our investment strategy. And in 2019, we saw positive growth on the center's investment accounts, which we are very excited about. I'm proud to say we continue to maintain a strong operational reserve. And at the end of last year, we had over 9 months expenses held in that reserve, which is wonderful because who could have predicted what would have happened this year? We're maintaining our building well, but to be honest, the space is maxed out and it's not easily adaptable to our growing programming needs. So just to illustrate that point, as you may have heard Heather mention earlier, in 2011, we served 1,767 clients, but last year alone, we served 4,351. And that's in less than a decade, we've more than doubled the amount of clients that we've served, and we're happy and proud to be able to do that. So with that, we will definitely present a plan on how to solve for this problem in the coming year as we approach our 100th year of service to Newport County, which is actually happening in 2022. And at this point, Heather, I will turn the mic back over to you so we can get to the fun part of the program where we actually talk about our honorees. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Rose. We say it all the time, the MLK is about helping people. This part of our evening celebrates some absolutely extraordinary individuals whose commitment to the center is truly remarkable. We delivered a care package to each of them with a hand-blown etched glass anchor award. Hopefully one of them will show that to us, or all of them will show that to us when it's their turn to speak, symbolizing how these folks are anchors for the MLK and for our entire community. Our honorees also received citations from the Governor of Rhode Island, Gina Raimondo, U.S. Senator Jack Reed, U.S. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Representative in House Finance Committee Chairman Marvin Abney, Representative Deb Ruggiero, and Newport Mayor Jamie Bova. So here we go. Our first award is the Keeper of the Dream Award, and this year it is presented to Nancy and Doug Horsey. This couple has supported us for 5 years whenever we ask. This couple gives to holiday toy and food drives, at special events like the Aces for Charity at the Tennis Hall of Fame, and underwrote a matching funds campaign to spark generosity to sustain the food pantry. When we decided to pilot an innovative new program, Nancy and Doug Horsey helped us think through the challenges of creating the mobile food pantry. After a year of research and program implementation, we were ready to make the major purchase of a vehicle to bring varied and healthy foods and needed personal and household items out to 13 neighborhoods in Newport, Jamestown, Middletown, Tiverton, and Portsmouth. The Horseys underwrote the major capital purchase of our new mobile food pantry truck. To put that into context, the mobile food pantry made 9 visits in 2018, 37 visits in 2019. And are you ready for this? As of early October 2020, we have already made an unbelievable 101 visits throughout Newport County and will likely make 125 before the end of the year. We knew this was a transformational gift, but we had no idea just how critical this truck would be during COVID-19. When we told him about the honor, Nancy said, "It's our privilege. The MLK has added so much to our lives." That's just the kind of people they are. I'm delighted to present our 2020 Keeper of the Dream Award to Nancy and Doug Horsey.
Thank you.
Trying to unmute. There we go.
There we go.
There's the anchor.
Here's the anchor. Thank you so much. We're really honored. And it really has been a privilege.
Nancy and Doug, it looks like you've frozen up. Gianna, are they frozen?
So we see you now. Let's get you talking. So I'm going to ask you to unmute. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Did you hear any of that?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Thanks.
Oh, well, we can hear you now. We didn't hear what you said previously.
Well, thank you. We're very honored with this award. As Heather said, it's really been a privilege working with MLK. You, with the smallest of staff and your army of volunteers, you touch thousands of people in Newport County and are able to adapt to changing situations on a dime. It's really been a pleasure. Thank you. Good, Jana.
Thank you both so much again for all that you've done, and congratulations. Our second award, the Keeper of the Dream Community Partner, goes to the Jamestown Community Farm. This community partner has been part of the MLK for decades. Jamestown Community Farm's connection to the MLK illustrates the center's network of supporters is countywide, not just Newport. Increasing access to healthy food is one of our core strategic goals. We see it time and time again. Food insecure people want and deserve healthy food. We can meet that goal because of Jamestown Community Farm. This incredible group of land stewards have donated just picked, sustainably farmed local produce and eggs since before our digital record keeping began in 2005. They have donated well over 14,000 pounds of food to the center. I have made a commitment to ensuring that we have fresh produce year-round in the food pantry. We can allocate funding to purchasing produce in the winter months because we know we can depend on Jamestown Community Farm to donate every week of the growing season. We talk a lot about helping people move from hunger to health. We can do that because of our friends at Jamestown Community Farm. It is my honor to present the 2020 Keeper of the Dream Community Partner Award to Jamestown Community Farms. We're joined tonight by Bob and Linda Sutton, the farm managers, Deb Foppert, the board chair, Leo Cody, the treasurer, and Carol Cody. And we're hoping one of you will say a few words.
Thank you, Heather. I'm Deb, and as a former member of the board of the Martin Luther King Center, I always thought this was one of the most fun evenings that you had, and actually never really thought I'd be on the recipient end. But I know everything that goes into all you do, and I do congratulate again Nancy and Doug Horsey and Betsy, Blair, and Jim Van Winkle. I know you've done a lot to find yourself on the receiving end of this award. And I would be remiss not to really thank the hundreds of volunteers that we've had over our 20 years who do this. This is we get down in the dirt, and every person matters, and we all get together a couple times a week, and it doesn't feel like work. It feels more like fun. So it's interesting that we're getting an award for something we all love to do. So I want to thank all of you volunteers and all of our volunteers. And again, thank you for this award. And our farm manager, Bob Sutton, is also going to say a couple of words.
Well, first, thank you very much for this beautiful Anchor Award. It's incredible. We were talking about it earlier, and we were saying, well, the farm is such a dusty place. Where are we going to keep it? But we're going to find a place where everyone can see it. And I want you to know what an honor it is to receive an award like this from the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Center. There's no question that the community farm being really mentioned in the same paragraph with Dr. Martin Luther King, it just puts us in great honor of both him and of what you do. And it's beautiful. Thank you. The community farm was formed about, well, it wasn't about 20 years ago, it was exactly 20 years ago. And it was formed with the idea that fresh local produce should not be limited by either income or place of residence. That was our primary goal as we sat down and figured out how to do that. And that has certainly been, we have certainly managed to accomplish that. This year, we haven't added up the tonnage yet, but I'm very certain that we had a very good year. We delivered to the Martin Luther King Center in Newport. We delivered to the Macaulay House in Providence, and we delivered to the Johnny Cake Center in Peacedale. The thing that Deb mentioned that I think I just have to mention again is that we standing here are a very small part of the process. The real honor and the real honor should go to all of our volunteers. It's an incredible thing on a Tuesday and Thursday evening to see cars and bicycles and people walking show up and go out into the fields, people of all ages. It's an amazing thing to see people who really don't know each other all that well, of all ages, young and middle age and old people, and all getting along and all doing the same, whether it's picking beans or carrying a watermelon back to the barn. Everyone's doing the same thing, and it's an incredible. It's just an incredible experience to be a part of that. The final thing I would like to say is I would like to mention Melanie and Ed and sometimes Nancy, who meet us at the dock when we bring the vegetables over, and they are always just constantly so friendly and so receptive to what we're doing. It really is. It's just a very pleasant trip over there. And we just appreciate so much the response that we get from those people as we drop off the vegetables. Again, thank you for this award. It's beautiful. We're going to find a dust-free place to keep it in the barn, so that everyone, as they come and they volunteer and they become a part of the farm, everyone will recognize what you have recognized in us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bob, for everything that you and your team does for Newport County. So our final award tonight is presented to an amazing couple, Betsy Blair and Jim Van Winkle, our volunteers of the year. And I have to tell a funny story. Today I was returning from delivering bags to our board members who are rolling off the board, and I saw the MLK Food to Friends van heading towards me, which always makes me smile when I'm out on the road and I see our work out on the road. And I did this to them because I thought it was Ed and Melanie, and sure enough, it was Betsy and Jim, and they didn't even see me. So I was hoping for a beep, but it just goes to show this amazing couple is here. They're like our staff. So our final award tonight is presented to them. They're here so much that they're almost staff. In just a few but incredibly impactful years, Betsy Blair and Jim Van Winkle have given countless hours to benefit the center across nearly every program that we offer. They have escorted hundreds of clients through the food pantry, made dozens of runs to pick up donations and make purchases, helped prepare for holiday programming, worked on data entry, advised us on strategic planning, and the list goes on and on and on. We now glean the Saturday farmers market for produce because of Jim and Betsy. They have brought family members into the MLK volunteer family. When we had to dismiss our volunteers when the COVID-19 pandemic began this March, it was difficult, not only because we're so fond of our volunteers, but because we really need them, all 715 of them. When we were able to welcome volunteers back in August, we knew not everyone could return. Jim and Betsy were among the first back in the building, and I think they've been here every day since. They have given incredibly generously, and they inspire others to give as well. Betsy and Jim offer wisdom, energy like you've never seen, commitment, and a positive attitude that improves every program that they touch. I'm thrilled to present the 2020 Volunteers of the Year Award to Betsy Blair and Jim Van Winkle.
Thanks, Heather. That was that was very sweet. As people may not know, Jim and I transplanted here from Austin, Texas about 2.5 years ago, and immediately began looking for a place to belong, and were welcomed with open arms by the staff and the volunteers at MLK. Initially, we were just drawn to the mission to provide services to the most vulnerable in this community that was going to be our new home. We continue to be inspired every day by the way that the staff and the volunteers deliver services. And I have to say, never more than in the last 7 months, when we have witnessed such creativity in continuing to deliver the services that are so important in this time of global crisis. And we are just thankful to be a very, very small part of that. Thanks again.
It's a joy to serve. Thank you for letting us.
Thank you both so much. We're really, truly grateful. And now I'll turn the presentation over to Whitney Slade, who is returning as our board president. I've always heard what an incredible board president Whitney was, and now I'm so proud that I get to stand by his side as he takes back over as the president of the board. So take it away, Whitney.
Thanks, Heather. I think I'm a bad habit that never leaves. So I'm very excited to be back in Newport, and I'm honored to be the next president of the MLK Board of Trustees. As a 20-year plus resident of Newport, I've come to understand all the juxtapositions that this wonderful community presents. The MLK is vital to this city, and I really look forward to continue our work and strengthen Newport County. So it's time to get ready for our close-up. So I hope everybody primped and did their hair. We're going to bring together on screen and share a toast. This will take a minute. So if you need to pour something in your glass, now's the time.
Yeah, of course. Of course. This is oh yeah. What? She's not in?
Have a camera.
That's why I'm so.
Just bear with us, everyone.
Bear with us, everyone. I just muted you.
Allison, where's that whiskey?
I don't have it. It's water.
I know. Can you believe this? We're drinking water.
Okay, we've got everyone.
Who lives closest? They can deliver something.
Don't worry, we have it. It's just over there.
It's off screen.
All right, everybody, here's a toast. If Newport County ever needed the MLK Center, it's right now. We have real challenges to face, but based on last year, we are ready for it. The support of our funders and donors, the work of our incredible executive director, Heather, who I really look forward to working with, and the amazing staff, the selfless time given by hundreds of volunteers. All of this positions the MLK to face the challenges we expect and be ready to adapt to those we don't expect. Whatever's around the bend, we'll meet it head on and we'll meet it together. Thank you all for spending part of your evening with us celebrating the center. Whatever you have in your glass, please raise it with me. Let's toast to our amazing keeper of the dream honorees, to our retiring board members, to the MLK Center and our beloved Newport County, and to the health of our nation and our planet. Thank you all and good night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.
Well done, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations. Showing up.